Worthy of the cookie monster himself. You would absolutely love this one. So, G-Man, I'm going to ask you to come and join me for this because we've got some stellar ingredients. We've got some fun to be had. And this is something you can get the whole family involved in because it is something special. And we're using a very interesting ingredient for this. We're going to bring on the crunch like no other. G, you ready for this one?
I don't know how to deal with you in a polo neck.
It's all legit when you have a polo neck, right?
No, you're a super villain. Now I'm making breakfast with a super villain from James Bond, okay? I don't think we've ever made biscuits quite like this before, which is saying a lot.
Absolutely, because listen, this one is crunchy, it's chewy, and it's packed with deliciousness. And these are cornflake cereal cookies. Yes, cornflake cereal cookies. Yeah. They're taking your favorite childhood flavors and giving you something fun, crispy, and obviously adding that little bit of a twist. So with the extra toasty crunch of Bokomo's cornflakes, each bite is a perfect mix of texture and flavor. And that's the sensations we were wanting in these meals.
I like it. The cornflakes walked up to the little popped rice vibe, and they were like, hold my breakfast milk. I'm going in. Rice Krispie treats for what? Okay, we are having. I think the best part about, for me, a cereal breakfast is the crunch on a cornflake.
Yeah.
Bokomo have added even more crunch to their cornflake, which makes it probably the best ingredient to use for a biscuit. I'm sorry, let's do it.
So let's do this, right?
Okay.
We've already started this recipe up. We've got some butter with brown and white sugar that's been kind of like folded together.
Up. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So what we're going to start adding to this, obviously, we've got some egg over there, vanilla essence, and then a couple of the powders. So we've got normal flour, bicarb, and then milk powder.
Okay.
So this is an interesting one. We're not getting too much of the wet ingredients involved here and adding extra milk because we don't want too much moisture in this one. So that's why we're going with the milk powder instead. That's going to mix up into this, but I need to wash my hands because something very interesting is going to go down with this next step. So let me just do exactly that.
And I'm guessing because we've now taken the time, and I say we loosely, I mean Tiff and our amazing kitchen team, to get the butter up to a nice consistency. We don't want to kind of break it down too much. I'm assuming I'm going to have to move to the whisk.
Yeah, you might have to. Starting to get involved in that. G-Man, while you're obviously putting that together, there's something that we're actually going to add to that as well and fold into it. Now,
bit of vanilla
have fun, right? Because what you want to do is get involved in this one. You want to grab your hand and go like this. Grab some of the flakes. Literally just crunch it up like this.
You do,
and
my friend.
I'm chucking it into this mix. Wow. Crunch it up nice and fine. This is going to add some of that texture.
Am I adding the flour now as we go?
Yeah, you can start folding that flour in as well. We've got some self-raising flour.
I'm sure the old bakers rolling their eyes at us right now, but the point is that these cookies are accessible for anyone of any level of baking.
This is acumen. Our purpose, G. We come here to show you that there's almost no way that you can mess it up. No, even if you change some of the steps and some of the ingredients, it is more than likely going to become perfect. Don't worry, and you can find these recipes at expresso.com. G-Man's coming through now. I think you've whisked that away perfectly, bro.
All right, let's move back to our spatula and work in, but that's coming along nicely. And it's going to be a nice sturdy dough. Is that a term? Literally. I don't know, but it's going to have a great...
Absolutely.
A nice pliable texture to be able to create your biscuits with. Okay, that looks amazing.
Now, listen, let me talk to you, Mzansi, because obviously what we're using here is special and fun at the same time. We are doing something that's made with new and improved recipes. We're using the Bokomo cornflakes, which offers a crunchier, toastier experience in every bite, and you'll experience that for sure in these cookies. Now, it's not just for breakfast, clearly, because Bokomo's cornflakes are the perfect way to add texture and crunch to your favorite treats. And if cookies were your favorite, then we tick in that box. Now, it's also a source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and Bokomo cornflakes ensures a balance of great taste and good for you and the entire family. And a reminder, get this recipe at expresso.com. Maybe you can challenge yourself and add some different ingredients into this, but G-Man has folded that to perfection.
It is looking beautiful, dude. Nice. I love the fact that obviously with any dough, I think it's going to win by letting it stand. You want it to prove to come out looking like
this. Now, what we would do here before maybe getting to the step is adding a little bit of those flavors, right? We've got some dried fruit here. You can use frozen fruit, or you can use anything that really tickles your fancy, right? So if you wanted to, these are some extra ingredients that you could fold into the mix.
I like that. I love the freeze-dried fruit idea, because you can get quite a lot of these now.
Absolutely.
Really interesting stuff, maybe freeze-dried blueberries or something like that. Absolutely beautiful. Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to save those for those, yeah.
Pretty much once you're done, you end up with something looking like this. It might have a bit more of a rustic feel because you'd have some of the fruits in it as well. But what we're going to do is literally use this to create our biscuits. And I've got a little sort of like a baking tray here that's been rolled up quite nicely. You can choose what size you want. Remember that these
Bigger
things...
the better. Come on, don't play around.
They are going to rise a little bit. I don't like mine to be perfectly round, so make it a little bit rustic. Have some fun with it. Change some of the shapes and sizes so you don't have like consistent sizes. I think that's also fun.
Completely, and as I always say, this is one of those golden opportunities to get the family, get the kids involved, because they can get tactile, they can create their own, they can make their own shapes. And it is a really, like we say, quite a dry batter that's really easy to work with. It's not too messy, which often we get very messy with these sorts of excursions. So I love it, all these exercises. So this is ticking every box for me, and of course you get
absolutely. Now reminder, when you are placing these in the tray, they will kind of like ooze and fold down. They're not going to just like rise up massively. So keep a bit of space in between of these. Keep the ball more or less a ball and not too flat like this. So you don't want to turn it into a disc. You want to have more of what's
looking like... You want a bit of thickness there.
Yeah,
you want a bit of
let's get some girth on this thing. So this is what it's about. It's not just a beautiful opportunity to make good food, but it's an experience because we're going to have the crunch in this. What I'll do is literally just sprinkle a little bit of that on the top.
Yes.
Pop it in the oven about 15 to 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it though, because these things can go crazy depending on your oven. And I think this is honestly the perfect combination of crunch and chew. Like I said, these Bokomo cornflake cereal cookies are a must try. And speaking of winning moments, the Bokomo Power Bowl competition is packed with prizes. So here's a reminder on how you can enter. Let's go.
Start your day with Bokomo and start winning. Enter the Bokomo Powerball competition and stand a chance to win your share of 3 million rand in cash and prizes. Buy any participating Bokomo cereal, upload your till slip to Bokomo's WhatsApp line at 074 666 0900, and you could be selected to play live on the Bokomo Powerball game show, where even bigger prizes await. Competition closes 4 May 2025. Entry details and T's and C's at bokomo.co.za.
Very well done. I would love to taste one of those biscuits if you don't mind, because they just look absolutely amazing.
They do, right?
And perhaps we can offer one to our special friend, Annabelle. She is here to perform. She's got new music. Dear Daddy is a single that I think it's going to hit us here. I have a feeling, but we'll get the background directly from her. So don't go and transfer your baggage onto her baggage yet, okay? We'll wait to find out.
What I am going to transfer is all my questions when it comes to the kitchen, because we have a lot of those, and we've got the one and only Chef Clem coming through to serve us in the culinary hotline. Bling! Ching! Award-winning at that.
Yeah.
How's it, bro?
Oh, it's good.
Oh,
Can you hear the crunch, dude?
Let's go. Oh, wow. Okay. Make these, get involved. Expressoshow.com. See you after this.
Put more on top.
Oh, you can make my day.